Here we are in currently not so sunny Thailand. Bit of a walk to get up here, nice hill with some deep grass while it's raining, and I keep finding dead adders and vipers on the road, so that's always a good thing. So yeah, basically the idea of these is they'll be up every Sunday to tell you about what's been going on in the last week where I am. It won't necessarily be about me and my personal experiences, but be about what's going on in the area. So if something happens here, like someone gets killed by a snake or some diver got bent, then that's what I'll come on and tell you about. So yeah, tune in every Sunday, and I hope you enjoy it. That's all I can say, really. Cool. Hello and welcome to the pilot episode of George Underwater, the internet show. I've done a few things this week. I went climbing, did a night dive, I did a wreck dive, I got bit by a spider, and I went to a mango viewpoint. So let's begin. Climbing out here is fantastic. It's mainly bouldering, not so much top rope or lead climbing, definitely not multi-pitch. However, as you can probably see around me right now, there are quite a few boulders. Probably can't see that one, but you can definitely see the one behind me there. That you can come out and climb on. They are absolutely brilliant. I will do an article on climbing here later. However, for now, I think what you need to bear in mind is that if you are going to be climbing out here, make sure you bring a first aid kit and a phone, and you drink plenty of water. And also take at least one other person. I didn't, which is quite stupid, but you should. The best place to go bouldering around here is just behind the Save Koh Tao office, which is just on the border of Mae Hard. You can get there really easily. It's walking distance from the road to the site itself. If you go to Good Time Adventures, Koh Tao, you can rent a bouldering mat for the day for 200 baht, which is about £5, maybe £4. So yeah, that one's quite cheap. The levels of climbing out here vary hugely. You could come here as a complete beginner. There's a crag here on my left right now that you can't see, but it's right here. That is incredibly easy on one side and incredibly impossible on the other. So if you're advanced, beginner, just want to work on your technique a bit, come on out here, do a bit of bouldering. It's catered to everyone. Okay, so I also did a night dive this week. I dived a site called the Twins. It's on the northeast coast of the Koh Tao Island with a depth of about maximum 18 metres, so it's quite a nice shallow dive. Of course, the joke when you go night diving is, yeah, haha, it looks exactly the same as it does during the day. That's true, but you see a lot more. When we were diving this time, we saw 6 spotted eagle rays. On the average dive on the Twins, you would see none. Also, if you're looking into getting into macro photography underwater, do a night dive. It's when all the little shrimp and crabs come out. You can find them on the spiral corals. That's a beautiful thing to photo, and it's also quite simple. I was going to take my camera, but I completely and utterly forgot my SD card, so that didn't really work out too well. So I'll make sure to get some photos of the night dive up some other time. You can do UV dives out here on Koh Tao, which basically consists of taking a UV light underwater, and it makes everything glow different colours. It is quite an expensive option, but if you've got the money for it, I would definitely suggest it. I haven't done it yet, I hope to at some point. But you end up with green fish glowing bright pink, and corals that are red glowing luminous orange. It's really cool. YouTube it. I did a wreck dive. Dived the HTMS Satika. It reached the bottom of the ocean in 2011. The government had decided to sink it to create an artificial reef. And as they were doing so, a storm came in, and all the ships and boats that were helping in the operation or videoing it were asked to leave. So the storm came in, all the boats left. When they went back out, HTMS Satikut was no longer there. So the Crystal team went down and found it on its side, and then they called in the Thai government, who came in with lift bags and uprighted it. So that's what I dived. It was absolutely fantastic. To dive for all levels, actually. It's a decommissioned World War II boat, so On the top you have a turret with a really big gun on the top, which is great. You get lots of people sat there going because it's funny. And then there's also a lot to see on the top. There's paint. There's like the number of the ship painted on the side. With good visibility, it's a very beautiful ship to go and dive. However, if you're a more advanced diver, it's also fantastic because there are lots of little rooms within the hull, and to get into them you sort of have to, I don't know, grab a grid and a stair and shimmy yourself in and go down the staircase. It was really, really great fun. When I went through this, the visibility was terrible though, because somebody had been through and just silted it all up. So when we were in the engine room, I couldn't see anybody else or the engine all the way out, so that was an interesting one. Also this week I got bit by a spider. You can see it now, it's right there. It doesn't look that bad at all, but that's like 10 days after it actually happened. Only thing I'd say out here is make sure that you use this. This is off active. It's anti-bug spray, which is also sweat resistant, so you know that's good. If you do get bit by a spider or anything out here, just make sure to keep it clean, because mine got infected, and they get infected really easily. With the perfect temperature for bacteria and a nice moist climate, you could get a lot of infections. So yeah, just keep it clean, it should be fine, to be honest with you. Last thing I did this week was fantastic. I went up to the Mango viewpoint. I point in that direction because it's on the northernmost of the island, and that's the north and that's the south. And it's on the, yeah, as I said, it's on the northernmost of the island. It's near the top, so you get a fantastic view of the whole west coast of the island, which is where most people are. So you can see all the bars and clubs, and you can see all the dive centres, and it's a bit of a bay, just like this. So you can see all of the boats and harbours and stuff. It's really, really nice up there. It's about a 15 minutes drive from the Sairee town, which is located on the coast. Once you get there, you have to pay 20 baht to enter, which is about 60p, less than, about 45p. And then you go to the bar, and he has drinks, including beers and cokes and stuff like that. It's brilliant. He's usually high, so if he tries to offer you some weed, probably don't take it. Bit of personal advice, I wouldn't really trust him, but oh well. But yeah, it's a fantastic viewpoint. You should head up there. They have hammocks and little cushions and everything. It's a really, really nice place to go and get away from it and relax. And also, if you want some great holiday snaps, head up there. The only thing I would say about it is be confident on your bike, because the track to get up there is a real bastard. It's hard. It's sandy and rocky, and it all slips away, and it's terrible. So yeah, that's my week in review. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm very sorry this video is late. We've had terrible internet. However, it will be up again, a new one will be up again in 3 days, on Sunday. That's when the next one is. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves, and tune in again on Sunday. Thank you.